Update! Been another week. We have been shooting episode 4 like crazy.
Yeah, you feel that? Well, it's electric. Cop. There's a cop.
You give good chicken.
We are completely on schedule with the shooting of episode 4. Oftentimes, you'll get to a place where filming gets hard and you'll just be like, we could just call it quits for the day, you know? We could just kind of hang out. Do things like normal people would. We'll hang out with each other, we'll watch a movie or something. We'll talk about stuff, have conversations, interpersonal, you know, conversations where we learn about each other's lives. No. You got to get what you have scheduled, you got to follow any notes that you've made for yourself, and get out there and do it. And we have done, and that's how we've managed to stay on schedule. Usually when I finish writing an episode of PoPS, there's like this downtime. There's this time where nothing is happening. The script is written, the script has been sent out, we maybe have a read through, and it's just waiting until I release the schedule. It's usually like 3 weeks. Somewhere around 3 weeks to a month before I'm like, what are we waiting for? We should be shooting PoPS. Oh, we're waiting for me to schedule it and to take the reins, because someone's got to be at the reins every time if you want to complete a project. And this time it didn't happen. This time everything happened really fast. It's really actually been pretty amazing that we've stayed on schedule, that we've gotten awesome stuff. And I didn't have my normal period of dwelling time. But I guess, you know, you do what you gotta do. Last week, Craig asked you who your favorite side character was. Now, we got a lot of responses on this. A lot of people liked the Joker. Not really a side character, he's a main villain, but I understand that. Like, anytime the Joker came in, you're like, oh, time for some entertainment. A lot of people said Gur from Invader Zim. Good call, and I agree with that. I love Gur. Did you know that Gur was actually voiced by a guy who was not an actor? He was actually someone who worked with Jonan Vasquez on, like, the comics. He worked on I Feel Sick, and he was just a buddy, and he came in and started doing the Gur voice, and just magic. When that question came up, the person who popped in my head is actually from 30 Rock, and for me, the character who comes from behind and just like steals the show every time he appears on screen is the guy who plays Dr. Spaceman. Dr. Spaceman on 30 Rock is amazing! Love him to death. So that's the one I'm gonna go with. I wanted to ask everyone that's been holding out, this is the last week. Please go and vote for us. If you have not yet voted, please go and vote for us at the next TV competition. But everyone can only vote one time. So if you've been waiting and putting it off, this is the last time I'm going to be asking you this, so don't worry, I won't bring it up again. And here's Craig's little brief run through of how to get to where you vote.
Click on the link, click on the box at the bottom, and then it takes you to the list. Scroll down for T for the platoon, and vote.
And you can only vote once.
Remember, only vote once.
Please don't go back a second time and vote a second time. We've had a little bit of a problem with that, but I am confident that it's behind us. Now for this week, I have been a little distracted the last couple days, which is fine because we haven't shooting. We have 2 shoot days left, and those are going to happen Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And it brought a question to my mind. In films, books, television, all of these things, a very popular subcurrent running through, I'd say 90 to 95, maybe 97% of all content is love stories. Love stories are the most commonly used subplot, I would say. Breaking down love stories, let's just break it down into 2, and I want you to choose between them. If you want, tell me why, but I'm curious about this. Which are you more interested in? The forbidden love? 2 characters who are desperately in love but are not allowed to be together, so they must find a way to be together? Or are you in for love triangles? Who's she gonna end up with? Is it this guy? Is it that guy? Who's he gonna end up with? Is it his best friend or the girl who's really hot? Are you more interested in forbidden love, or are you more interested in love triangles? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next week. And by then, should we stay on schedule, we should be done shooting episode 4.